Really quick, I want to disclaim that I am in no way, shape, or form a influencer or a politician or anyone that, voice should be held at some kind of higher point. I'm just here to spark a conversation, okay? I made this painting for a final, and I just want to talk about it. It's not talked about enough. I know online it may seem like it is, but in the real world, it's not. I have done my research, yes, but I'm also human. There's only so much of good sources that you can find on the internet, which is literally always biased. So I will link my sources down below. If they are wrong or if you have other information of any kind, let me know. Please, I will try my hardest to do my, due diligence and make this as unbiased as possible. But there's only, so far that the internet can go. Hi everyone, this is Vaidehi. I go by Artsy Vaidehi online and I love everything artsy. I'm an art student in New York and today I am going to be going over one of my most recent paintings. I am so excited. It's this one right here. I'm so excited because it's about something that I'm really passionate about that has come into conversation so many times this year. I really got a wake-up call by going to college and seeing hey, not everybody has come from a liberal state like you. I'm very lucky to be living in, a not red state and having very open-minded people around me, and going to college just kind of was whoop, not everybody comes from a state or, has a community that they can talk to about things, and maybe they're just uneducated, maybe they're ignorant. I've had so many conversations, so many wild stories of people where they just don't want to they just don't want to learn about what's going on in the world. This video is for this painting. I hope to see you on my socials. I go by Artsy Vaidehi mostly everywhere. I'll have it linked in the bio. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Please like and comment and subscribe and all the things. So yeah, let's get into the video. Let's just look at her for a minute, okay? So I want to talk, first of all, why did I pick Charli XCX? I have been a fan of Charli, okay, since the beginning of high school. I was really into her. My favorite album of all time is probably How I'm Feeling Now or Crash. I loved Crash. Brat, yes, I do like. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't really listened to most of the album. But anyways, I chose Charli because she has been such an icon. In general, and especially for 2024, I feel like people were really into her, and she got really big. She's just really popular, and she's a symbol of everything that's cool and popular, and all this stuff that especially art people really love Charli XCX, and she's just the kind of people that I interacted with about the whole thing. Charli XCX just kind of encapsulated everything. Why is she in the lingo? So during this time, actually, there was a lot of things going on online about the Scandinavian scarf. I don't know if you're not brown, you probably don't know what I'm talking about, but basically there was a lot of white people online wearing what I can only say is South Asian inspired clothing without giving the credit where credit was due. She's so cool and popular and everything, and she's in this lingo. If it's an American Western sense, it's cool, but if it's South Asian, nobody wants to acknowledge it's from South Asia and where its roots come from. So that's why I chose her. Now let's get into the real juice, the real meaning of this painting, why it's so meaningful, all that. So you may have guessed what this painting is about if you read Boycott everywhere. So we have Starbucks, we have Amazon, we have McDonald's, we have Wendy's, we have Burger King, we have Domino's, we have Coca-Cola, Pizza Hut, Airbnb, Google, and Papa John's. What do all these companies have in common, you may ask? Well, they have some sort of impact towards funding the genocide in Palestine. All of these brands have something to do with it. And I just want to preface this by saying I don't expect you to boycott like every single thing, okay? If you can boycott, please do. But it's the things like Starbucks. You don't need Starbucks in your life. McDonald's. You don't need McDonald's in your life. Wendy's, Pizza Hut. Like, it's all these like random ass like fast food copy companies. You don't need that in your life. You can live without it. Now, I do understand Amazon and Google. Those are some things which are like, you can't really escape them. I do understand. If you can't boycott, you know, just try your best. But if you can't boycott, it's like things like Amazon and Google. It's not for things like Wendy's and McDonald's and Starbucks. Oh, I also want to disclaim that I am in no way, shape, or form a professional like educator. I don't think anybody should be listening to me. Honestly, like I'm not no influencer, like literally anything like that. But I do think that it's important to talk about things like this. And there's so many people that I know and that I respected in the past, like in my personal life, that have never spoken about this, that don't know about this, or they're just choosing to be willfully ignorant. And I think that's even more of a reason for me to speak up, even if my platform is small, even if the people in my community, you know, aren't that much. I still think it's important. And, you know, shame on you if you've never talked about it, if you're willfully ignorant. You know who you are. But anyways, let's get back to the painting. So Starbucks, I think Starbucks and McDonald's are the most popular, but I went to college and like the amount of people that just did not know what the fuck I was talking about when I was like, oh, I don't drink Starbucks. Like, oh, I don't like eat McDonald's. Or like, they were like, oh, I don't
pay attention to that. Like, I just kind of like stay out of like politics.
Babes, politics is literally you. You are politics. We are all politics. Go online, Google's free. Safari's free. The internet is free, okay? Go do some research, okay? Like, it's like mind-blowing to me how many people I met at college that were just like we're gonna turn a blind eye to that shit. Cause like, I will talk about it. I talk about this a lot in my personal life. It has come up multiple times, even without me willfully bringing it up, and like people will just somehow just like ignore whatever I have to say. And like even people that I've talked to that I thought, you know, like we're on the same side as like, you know, boycotting for Palestine and all that, like next thing you know, they're going to Starbucks and like ordering there, and I'm like what? But anyways, I just wanted to disclaim that because I don't have that big of a platform yet, but I just wanted to, you know, put it out there that I'm no expert. Okay, these are all from sources on the web, and this was literally a painting for a final in my class, which I will also go over, but I'm gonna get into the nitty-gritty first. I got this from bdsmovement.net, or you can literally search up anywhere and find some sort of thing about this. BDS is boycott, divestment, and sanctions movement. These are all companies or organizations openly supported Israel or provided some kind of donations to the Israeli military. That being said, let's go through the list. Also, I want to say really quick, it looks like I have no eyelashes, but I do in fact have eyelashes. Okay, first of all, Starbucks got all the heat, and then it was McDonald's, and then, you know, people started to do their research, mainstream. So I'm gonna read like the actual thing. Starbucks Workers United published a post stating solidarity with Palestine. And then Starbucks replied with a lawsuit of copyright infringement and disagreed with the views expressed by the Workers United. I've had people literally in person being like making jokes about it and being like,
actually, like, it was like this, you know, like, it was like this.
I don't care what you say. Like, I will not be buying from Starbucks anytime soon.
I literally have a gift card or like a Starbucks. Like, I used to love Starbucks, okay? Do not say I'm just saying this because I don't like overpriced coffee. I used to be a Starbucks diehard, like in high school. I would drink and eat that shit. Like, I would always be in Starbucks doing my work, okay? I had like the Starbucks card thing on my phone, and I had $20 on it, $20-something on it, okay? And I have like, I'm not using it because I'm not supporting these people that explicitly claim that they do not support Palestine.
Next, we have McDonald's. So McDonald's, it's known pretty well, I think. I mean, not as well as I'd liked it to be, clearly. But McDonald's, they sent like free meals to the IDF, which is like the Israeli military. And everyone, oh my God, like you could see like the posts online where they were like posting with their Happy Meals. It was like actually sickening. Actually sickening. That one's pretty straightforward, and yet there's still so many people.
Like, it's actually wild. Like, I don't know. Like, I thought people at art school would be so woke, and like nobody's woke. Like, no, I don't understand. Like, actually, like what? Like genuinely, what do you mean? Genuinely, okay? Like, these people would eat McDonald's like literally every single day. Even people that claim to support Palestine, that say that they're Arab and they support Palestine because it's like a right, because they're Arab. They be going to they be going to McDonald's like every single week. Like, I don't understand. I really don't. Go get your greasy ass food somewhere else. It's really not a necessity. Like, I don't understand. I really don't. Taco Bell is literally right there. I don't get it. Okay, I don't get it.
Okay, so Amazon. I would love to actually boycott Amazon. I am trying my hardest to not buy anything from there, but unless you're like literally rich as fuck and can afford to get ethical, like everything ethical, and like you have your own place and all that, I live with my parents, okay? I have a tuition to pay that is not even getting paid by me, so I unfortunately cannot be boycotting fully. But if you can, props to you. I definitely am going to try to in the future when I have, more accessibility, okay, to, going out and buying things. But right now I don't. But I still think it's important to acknowledge that they aren't supporting Palestine. Okay, so they are investing, oh my God, that is a lot of money. Okay, I don't actually know the exact amount that they're investing, because a bunch of places are saying like different amounts, but they are investing like a shit ton of money into Israel, data centers in Israel. So that's Amazon for ya. All of these places are already extremely unethical. Okay, we already know that. Nobody wants to acknowledge it, but they are. Next, we have Wendy's. Okay, so Wendy's was actually not boycott for Palestine, but it was boycott for something else, and it was for the Fair Food Program. And basically they had modern day slavery in the fields. I still think it's a good cause. I was just going through the boycott list, so I apologize for that, but not really, because we should still be boycotting. Personally, my personal opinion. Next is Burger King. Also, I will have everything and all the sources linked down below. If you want to do your own research, that's fine. Don't come for me. This is all that I could access through the internet and what I could find. Also, this is literally just a painting that I wanted to use as a starter point to talk about these subjects. So do your own research. If I'm wrong, kindly, respectfully, let me know. So Burger King also supports the IDF by giving free food and drinks to Israel soldiers. So the same as McDonald's. Next, we have Coca-Cola. They basically just have a settlement in the illegal Israel. Next, we have Domino's. Again, I used to love Domino's, but I personally, if it's at like a place that I'm eating at, I mean, like a get together, obviously I'm gonna eat it, but like I'm not going out of my way to buy any of these things. I just want to make that clear. I understand in this world that we're living in, nothing is ever ethical. I'm just saying that we need to try harder. We need to at least like not be willfully ignorant. Maybe do a little bit of research, maybe not be so uneducated and like willfully uneducated, maybe just a little more trying on our part. So Domino's also donated food to the Israel soldiers. So I think most of the fast food companies, it's pretty much the same thing, where they're just giving free food to the soldiers or building factories on the stolen land. Next, we have Pizza Hut right there. Okay, yeah, so Pizza Hut as well providing free food to the Israel soldiers. Google is next. Google and Amazon have a joint contract called Project Nimbus, and it's basically funding Israel's government and military. Airbnb, I already know they were giving free Airbnbs to Israeli soldiers on stolen land. Papa John's is next. So Papa John's made pro-Israel social media posts, and then they also donated food to the IDF. That is all of the brands and what they have done to actively support the genocide in Palestine. All right, so now I'm going to talk a little bit about like the painting process itself, why I did this painting in the first place, all of that. All right, so this was for my LCD class, which is light color and design for not artsy people, basically painting class and like color class, everything color. So this was for my second semester's final, and it was pop art themed. That's why, you know, she's like this and like all these bright colors. I knew I wanted to do something like this because it was just calling my name. Okay, I didn't want it to be easy. It wasn't easy. I was in the studio day and night, okay, working like so long. Missed out on a lot of on a lot of social events. Not that there were that many, but you know, the ones that there were that week, because it was literally last week of school, and this is all that I was doing. Most of this I used a projector for. Work smarter, not harder. Except for like the boycott, that was all just rulers, and then it's just acrylic paint basically. So yep. All right, so I hope you guys enjoy this video. I know it was kind of like serious. Tried not to make it so dark, even though the topic is really sensitive, really dark. I just wanted to, again, spark a conversation, get it out there. It's not talked about enough. If you are, you know, at least the teeniest bit supportive of what this is and, you know, defunding the genocide, talk about it, speak about it, see who's, you know, adjacent to your beliefs, because I promise you they are important. They matter. Your point of view matters. Your views matter. You matter. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like and comment and subscribe and all the things. I will link my socials down below. You can find me pretty much anywhere at artsy or artsy1. And yeah, I will see you in the next one. Bye.